Hi, I'm Mary.
Hi, I'm Tina.
And welcome to Bird Barf. I should find a different way of saying that, but whatever. Wherein we spend about 5 minutes talking about a book, and this time we're talking about...
Gillian Anderson's A Vision of Fire. And Jeff Roven.
And Jeff Roven. We gotta give Jeff Roven
Sorry.
credit, because he also wrote a joke book that I randomly use.
Apparently he writes a lot of things. He's a ghost. He's a ghost.
He's a ghost.
Right.
He's really, it's kind of creepy. He ghostwrites stuff. Clearly he didn't ghostwrite this because his name is on, but if you look him up, like an insane amount of work.
Yeah, a lot of bestsellers and a lot of series that the authors have passed away or whatever.
Or for some reason, yeah. So he's, really prolific and great. So, and I thought, however this sort of power dynamic worked with the two of them working together, I thought it actually worked really well.
I did too. The pacing and the overall, plot really moved well throughout the whole story. I thought that was, one of its strong points.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I read this because Gillian Anderson wrote it.
I did too. Yeah, this is our,
it's kind
theme.
of, if you listened to last week's David Duchovny's book thing, we decided... they both wrote a book. We're going to read both of them.
Yeah. And I think I actually because Gillian Anderson's came out first. And I was just like, well, screw it. Let's read this. And then I'm like, well, if I read hers, though, I have to be fair and read David Duchovny's. I liked this one a lot.
I like this one, too. I used to read a lot of books by Iris Johansen, and it reminded me a lot of kind of her style of writing. Mm-hmm. We were debating whether or not to call this science fiction or whatever to call it. I'm not exactly sure what it's a thriller. It has it definitely has supernatural type elements to it. Supernatural, not in vampire or whatever crap.
No, it's kind of it's semi-apocalyptic. So our main character is named Caitlin, and she's
a child psychologist.
Yeah, and she's called in to talk to this girl who's having visions of fire, which is the name of the book. And of course, there's a lot more going on. And the thing is, there's a lot of different side stories that are happening at the same time.
Yeah, there's basically something that's affecting different children. So this one girl who is an ambassador's daughter. Yeah. And also a side story to this whole thing is the conflict between India and Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
India and Pakistan.
I think so.
And that's this whole huge story in the background, and basically it really intense, emotional, whatever. And you get the impression, I think, going throughout that might be something to do with what's happening. Yeah, but you're not sure
because it goes pretty far out, the shock waves of the reaction. Because there's a couple different. She winds up finding there's a couple different kids who are having these in different places,
in different countries,
right?
And not necessarily to do with India and Pakistan.
Yeah, just very
one's
separate.
In Iran and one's
in Haiti,
and
then somewhere else I don't remember. But and what's nice about those, you said it before, with all those settings are actually very clearly rendered. They're well done.
Yeah, you'll get a chapter throughout, one of the girl in Haiti and one of the boy in Iran, and then they don't feel out of place, and then they merge really well with the story. Mm-hmm. The main character goes and eventually interviews them or tries to help them, and it just fits really well. And I think throughout the whole thing, you want to know how these characters are connected, because you do have these random chapters about these other characters that are kind of new to the story who are also having these visions.
And others in New York. So it's just, all of this stuff feels very disparate, but then you can see where the threads are coming to pull it all together. And this is the first of a trilogy. So that's, it obviously is building up to something more. But I think for a complete book, it does feel like you don't get to the end and then go, what?
And it doesn't end on a super intense cliffhanger.
It's not Girl with the Dragon Tattoo 2, where you basically need the third book.
Right, where it ends in the middle of a sentence. No, it's not like that. It's just, it has enough of an ending where you feel satisfied if you don't get the next book for another year. Yeah. But I definitely do want to read the next one.
I do too. The ending, I think we both agree, the ending, it gets kind of odd.
Yeah. It's a little trippy.
Yeah,
it's a little bit, I felt like I was tripping on acid a little bit.
Yeah, because the rest of the book is pretty grounded. Even when the supernatural elements happen, they feel very, the word organic to what's happening, and the ending of the book is kind of wait a minute, but I do want to see how that's going to work.
Yeah, I want to see where they're going with it. I did feel like I had to suspend reality a little, a little bit more than I'd wanted. It went a little bit of too, the direction went a little bit too far, but
But overall, I'd recommend this. Yeah. I give it a barf of continuation. I don't know why I wrote that down. I want it to be continued. I want more. I want to see read what's going to happen. I'm interested.
Yeah, I don't have a barf level. I can't think of one, but I like barf of continuation.
Yeah, we want more.
I'm going to continue barfing until we get the sequel.
Just do it that direction.
Yeah.
All right, well, again, thank you for listening.
And bye.
Bye. Oops. Edit that.